On the afternoon of Sunday, August 1st, 2021, residents of Ecatepec, a municipality in the state of Mexico, witnessed something truly unusual in the sky, an object that defied conventional explanation. Described by eyewitnesses as star-shaped, metallic, and hovering steadily above the area, the unidentified flying object quickly became the focus of attention for thousands of onlookers. What began as a quiet Sunday afternoon turned into a moment of collective wonder, confusion, and speculation as residents looked skyward to observe a strange airborne phenomenon that many believe challenges current understandings of aerial technology. Eyewitness accounts vary in the description of the object. Some stated that the craft resembled a silver orb that shimmered in the daylight, catching the sun and reflecting it in dazzling patterns. Others described a more intricate structure, noting that it appeared to have several sharp protrusions or spikes extending outward from its surface, giving it the appearance of a metallic star suspended in the air. The object was seen floating in an unusual, deliberate manner, neither rising quickly nor descending, but maintaining a steady position as if surveying the area below. Its motionless quality and the lack of visible propulsion only intensified the mystery. In a rare occurrence, several individuals managed to capture photographs of the strange object. The resulting images show a highly symmetrical shape that closely resembles a spiked sphere or star, with sharp, pointed extensions radiating from a central body. The images have since been shared widely on social media platforms, drawing attention from around the world. Some viewers see the object as a potential craft of unknown origin, while others have speculated that it might be an advanced drone or a type of surveillance device not publicly known. Regardless of the interpretation, the quality and clarity of the photographs have added legitimacy to the eyewitness reports, transforming a local event into a topic of global interest. Social media played a significant role in amplifying the story. As soon as the images were posted online, thousands of people began sharing them, offering personal interpretations and engaging in debates about what the object might be. While some dismissed it as a weather balloon or promotional drone, others pointed out the geometric precision and unidentifiable propulsion method as signs that this might not be a man-made device at all. Comment sections filled with speculation, ranging from extraterrestrial technology to secret military experiments, while a few individuals suggested that the entire incident could be a sign of something deeper, perhaps a cover-up or withheld knowledge about aerial phenomena. Local media outlets also reported on the incident, interviewing several witnesses who maintained that the object remained visible for a considerable length of time. Some said it hovered in place for over an hour, while others claimed it slowly drifted across the sky before disappearing into the clouds. No official explanation was offered by Mexican authorities, which only fueled further speculation and curiosity. The absence of immediate clarification led some to believe that information might be deliberately withheld, or that officials themselves were unsure about the nature of the object. Adding to the intrigue is the context in which the sighting occurred. Residents, many of whom had never seen anything like it before, described feelings of awe and confusion. Children and adults alike gathered outdoors, pointing and discussing the bizarre object with both excitement and concern. The shared experience created a sense of unity among those present, even as they grappled with the question of what exactly they were seeing. Photographic analysis by online enthusiasts has noted the object's distinct shape and lack of visible propulsion system. The spikes protruding from the body of the object suggest a design not typical of conventional aircraft, drones, or weather equipment. The lighting in the photographs also indicates that the object was metallic or highly reflective, catching and scattering light in a way that gave it a shimmering appearance against the cloudy sky. These elements have made it difficult for skeptics to offer a concrete alternative explanation. As often happens with unexplained aerial phenomena, the sighting in Ecatepec has attracted the attention of independent researchers and investigators of unidentified aerial objects. Several have pointed out that the object bears resemblance to other spiked or orb-like UFOs reported in different parts of the world, suggesting a possible pattern. Some theorists believe that these shapes may serve specific aerodynamic or energetic functions, possibly related to propulsion or communication. While these ideas remain speculative, they highlight the broader context in which this event is being analyzed. In the absence of official statements, the event has continued to grow in the public imagination. The possibility that something unexplained, possibly even extraordinary, appeared over a populated urban area in broad daylight has resonated deeply with people. Many have expressed the hope that further sightings or investigations might provide clarity. Others remain cautious, pointing out the dangers of jumping to conclusions without scientific evidence. Still, the photographs remain, serving as tangible proof that something unusual indeed occurred on that August afternoon. This incident also sheds light on how modern technology and public access to smartphones and cameras have transformed the documentation of such events. In previous decades, a sighting like this might have been dismissed due to a lack of physical evidence. Today, however, the proliferation of camera phones allows nearly anyone to become a documentarian of the unexplained. This democratization of information has shifted the power dynamic in how unexplained phenomena are perceived and investigated. It is no longer solely up to official institutions to define what is real. The public now plays a crucial role in recording and questioning what they see. The Ecatepec sighting joins a growing list of aerial phenomena that continue to puzzle observers and challenge conventional understanding. Whether the object was of human origin or something entirely different, the lack of an immediate explanation highlights the limitations of current knowledge. Events like these invite deeper inquiry and a willingness to explore possibilities beyond the usual assumptions. The FBI leaked that they destroyed thousands of UFO reports. In the early years of the UFO phenomenon in the United States, the Federal Bureau of Investigation found itself inundated with reports of mysterious objects seen in the skies. This wave of sightings, particularly in the late 1940s, created a bureaucratic challenge for the FBI, which at the time had limited capacity for handling such an influx of information. According to a revealing memo dated August 16, 1949, sent to then FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover, the agency adopted a policy of routinely destroying UFO-related reports that were deemed to contain nothing of direct interest to the Bureau. This internal practice, disclosed through recently released documents, has reignited long-standing questions about transparency, secrecy, and whether the truth about unidentified aerial phenomena has been systematically obscured from public view. The 1949 memo originated from an unnamed FBI agent stationed in San Antonio, Texas, and it provides insight into the agency's handling of UFO reports during a time of heightened public interest and widespread sightings. In the note, the agent explains that UFO reports were arriving in large numbers and that the vast majority were considered to be of no investigative value. The agent specifically mentioned that retaining such a volume of paperwork would lead to a rapid buildup of excessively bulky files, straining the limited storage resources available to the Bureau. As a result, a decision was made to destroy those reports that lacked significant detail or actionable intelligence. This revelation has sparked concern among researchers, historians, and members of the UFO investigation community. Many now argue that a significant portion of early UFO data may have been permanently lost due to this policy. The destroyed reports likely included numerous sightings from credible individuals, pilots, military personnel, and ordinary citizens alike, whose observations were disregarded because they did not meet the FBI's internal threshold for relevance. By eliminating these reports, the agency may have inadvertently, or perhaps deliberately, erased a vast trove of information that could have contributed to a fuller understanding of the phenomena. Critics of the policy suggest that this action represents more than just a logistical decision. To them, it exemplifies a broader pattern of dismissal and secrecy surrounding the subject of unidentified aerial phenomena. The memo has become a focal point for those who believe that the public has been systematically shielded from the full extent of UFO encounters. While the FBI did not consider many of these reports to be within their investigative mandate, their destruction has nevertheless created a historical void. For researchers today, it is not just a matter of lost paper, it is the erasure of voices, testimonies, and data points that might have shed light on events that continue to puzzle the world. The issue is compounded by statements from former military personnel and insiders who have suggested that the government has long maintained an interest in UFOs while simultaneously working to downplay their significance to the public. Some of these individuals claim that a number of sightings and encounters have been deliberately withheld, not only to maintain national security, but also to prevent public panic or unease. According to these sources, The rationale has often been that the public might not be ready to accept the reality of unexplained aerial phenomena, especially if such encounters challenge existing beliefs about the world and humanity's place in the universe. This perspective aligns with concerns raised by disclosure advocates who argue that the government's cautious approach has contributed to decades of speculation and mistrust. When records are destroyed, classified, or never properly documented in the first place, it becomes nearly impossible to develop a clear, fact-based understanding of the phenomenon. The result is an atmosphere in which theories thrive, fueled by the knowledge that certain documents once existed and are now gone, with no means of recovering or reviewing them. The decision to destroy UFO reports also reflects the cultural and institutional mindset of the time. In the late 1940s, the United States was emerging from the Second World War and entering the Cold War era. National security priorities were focused on foreign espionage, nuclear threats, and ideological conflict. In that climate, reports of unidentified flying objects, many of which were attributed to misidentified aircraft, atmospheric anomalies, or even mass hysteria, were not seen as a top concern. Resources were allocated based on immediate threats, and unless a UFO report could be tied directly to espionage or sabotage, it was often set aside or discarded altogether. Nevertheless, it is important to consider what might have been lost in the process. Even seemingly ordinary reports can contain patterns and correlations that only become evident in hindsight or when aggregated with other data. What may have appeared unimportant to an agent in 1949 could be crucial to an analyst in the present day, especially as new technologies and scientific frameworks emerge to help interpret historical sightings. The absence of those files now limits the scope of what researchers can analyze, constraining efforts to build a comprehensive history of UFO phenomena. In recent years, interest in UFOs has resurfaced in mainstream public and governmental discourse. With the release of previously classified footage by the US Navy and the establishment of official investigative offices such as the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, the topic is now being treated with a level of seriousness that contrasts sharply with earlier decades. This shift has prompted a renewed call for transparency, including declassification of older documents and investigation into how much information might have been lost over the years due to past practices such as document destruction. The 1949 memo serves as both a window into a bygone era and a cautionary tale about the consequences of dismissing unexplained phenomena without thorough documentation. While it is understandable that government agencies must manage their resources and prioritize their investigations, the destruction of records, particularly those involving widespread public concern, raises critical ethical and historical questions. What is the responsibility of government institutions when it comes to preserving accounts of the unknown, and how can society ensure that such mistakes are not repeated in the future? As of right now, the revelation that the FBI routinely destroyed thousands of UFO reports in the late 1940s due to lack of filing space has stirred renewed debate about secrecy, transparency, and historical accountability. These lost records represent not just missing pages, but missing insights into one of the most enduring mysteries of the modern era.